Hi there. Good evening, everybody. I want to welcome you here to the Prog Monster. My name is Murph. I am the host of this show. This is a show that is dedicated to progressive rock and other forms of rock music. So we're here tonight to do the final episode in the mini-series that we've been running for the past 6 weeks, Bands by the Numbers. This is a series that Ben helped, was his idea, and I've kind of orchestrated it with what I wanted to put in it. So we're down to the final episode here where I've gone from six-member bands, the five-member bands, the four-member bands, the three-member bands, to the duets or duels, and then finally with the single or solo artist. So this was pretty straightforward, a fairly easy selection for me. There was a little bit of a battle between the top two guys, and then there's a whole horde of other guys who I wanted to mention in here, and there's a couple guys I should have put in here and I didn't put in, but I will mention them as well. So obviously the winner for this is going to be Peter Gabriel. There was never really any doubt in my mind. As soon as I got to this episode, I knew that he would win it. He's easily my favorite solo artist. He's also a member of my group of 9 now, and he has been for a while. He was the first one to break that group of 7 hold that had been going on for a decade or more, and he came in and became one of those members. I like almost all of his stuff, at least probably Gabriel's 2, 3, Security, this one, Us, those ones I like a lot. I like his plays live a lot as well. So Up I haven't really listened to yet, and the new one, I.O., haven't really listened to them, both of them, very much, so I can't really say too much about them. Probably they'll be okay. I think they'll be okay albums. The first album I never really warmed up to much. There's a couple of tracks on there I like a lot, but generally speaking, I don't really listen to that album much. I tend to go basically to 2, 3, this one, Up, or Security. I like all 5 of them. So, and I still listen to them all quite a bit. This guy's easily my number 1 solo artist. So the runner-up, or the main runner-up, or his challenger, also shouldn't come as a surprise. It was Neil Young. Neil Young has grown more and more on me over the last 3 years because I've got collected. I only had Freedom and Harvest and maybe a couple of the ones with, I'm drawing a blank on the band. Sorry. I always get this way at the end of the day, just too tired. That's all it is. So, anyways, lots of stuff by him I have purchased lately and have been listening to it quite a bit. It goes in spurts with me with him. There's periods of time where I'm listening to him a lot. Other periods I don't listen to him at all. Never that problem with Gabriel. Gabriel is always listening to him all the time. So I'm going to give you a list of some of the honorable mentions too, other than Neil Young. So Steve Miller, more of a kind of holdover for me, I guess is what you might want to call it. Somebody that I've been listening to for many years, but not so much in recent years. Not nearly as much. I did get another album by him recently, but maybe I'm not as into him as I once was. But he had a high degree of listening to at one point, so I still hold him in higher esteem, even though I don't listen to him nearly as much. Some of the other artists, David Bowie, of course, still kind of hanging in there a little bit, coming back a little bit now recently more than before. I did listen to him a lot when I was younger. Went through a kind of a period where I listened to him periodically. Always there, but not a ton of time, not a lot of time listening to him. But in recent years, since I started the channel, I've been following him a little bit more. Dio, again, more of a nostalgic one for me, listening to him a lot early on. Not as much now, although I have been listening to him a little bit more lately. So he gets in there for that reason. The same thing with Ozzy, more of a nostalgic type guy. Don't listen to him as much as I used to, but I still like the early stuff a lot. And then this artist, which I haven't been listening to much lately, Rihanna here. I do like this particular album a lot. Probably my favorite of albums, but the first three are really good. I don't really care much for the newer stuff or anything after that, but the first three albums are really excellent. So, yeah, so Rihanna in there. Probably a couple of others I should have brought displays out here. Phil Collins, of course, completely slipped my mind. He's not as high up as people might think with me. Steve Hackett, the same, more coming up than he was before. So these are a couple of guys I like quite a bit too. I'm sure there's at least one other that I know it's on the tip of my brain. I can't think of who it is, but yeah, those are the main ones for me. But Gabriel wins this fairly easily. So I hope you've enjoyed this series. It was kind of fun to put it together. A little different than a lot of other series that I've done. And so I hope you've liked it. So please hit the like and hit the subscribe button if you appreciate what we're doing here. And don't forget the notification bell. I'm kind of hoping that I'll get to like 900 subscriptions by the end of the year. It's below where my expectations were at the beginning of the year, but you know, the situations being as it is, new place to live, new job, all kinds of stuff going on. I kind of would be happy to get to 900. That would be great. And anyways, if you got any comments about this particular episode of Bands by Numbers, my singles or my solo artist, you can put comments in the comment section below. And, you know, it'd be good if people could put down their favorite artist, maybe some people I might want to check out, you know. Anyways, I appreciate everything that you people out there in the YouTube land do for me, and I hope you've enjoyed this, and we will see you. We're going to be starting another series. I'm not going to hold off a week or anything like that. I think I'll start next week. Ben has given me the next series, and I'll get into it when I do the episode of this week on Sunday. So take care and have yourself a good evening, and goodbye.